remember when I had to do the fireworks? Remember when I had to play the fireworks to give myself enough time to get through everything? I don't even need the fireworks anymore. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for that. I just realized it. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It stands for helping everyone reaps optimism. All right? And try it. You just might like it. And thanks for shout out to New Thought Media Network, New Thought Media New Thought Media Network for giving me the space and opportunity to try to do a show. Not try to do a show. Do a show having been almost to be a show hosted by a man who is recovering from a stroke. All right, because I am recovering. I'm recovering and I'm doing better and better every day. Ashe, ashe, amen. All right, so I am not a personal trainer, nor am I a personal um, legal advisor, nor am I a financial advisor. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Take it, and if it inspires you, please go run with it. Please go run with it. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm on here live Monday through Friday, 9:45 Eastern Time. 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. All right, so let's get into it. I think it's going to be a short episode today, but let's get into it. Let's roll some money. Let's roll some money. Let's roll some money. All right. Here we go. Dice Man. Dice Man. Six. All right, that's the most that we can get here on the show. The most we can get doing this exercise is $6. Now, just remember that $6 is what you can pay for a nice cup of coffee. It ain't that much. It ain't that much. And the rhythm is to take that money and put it aside somewhere. And I won't go all into it today because I went all into it yesterday. You know, I tend to emphasize it a lot because I want it to stick with you and with me too, and with me. Okay, but so $6, take it out of your mainstay, your main place where you keep your money, and move it to someplace else. Move it to someplace else, and you watch that $6 will become more by the end of the week. Like it grows fast. Oh, should I tell? Yeah, I'll do this quickly. So, speaking of which, what's the name of the app? I'm gonna get the name right because I feel like I got the name wrong. So, prize pool, prize pool, prize pool. So, I got 28, 20, 20, yeah, $28. I got $28 in prize pool, right? Now remember when I got prize pool, I just got it a couple of seconds ago. Now I got $28 in there, and I'm continuing to put money in there, and they're continuing to threaten to do this weekly drawing and give me more money. Man, I'm telling you, this is good. This is good. This is a good weekly drawing. So anyway, my point is, your $6. That's today, $6. Your $6 put in the same place every time, it'll grow quickly. It'll go quickly. That's all. That's all. All right, so let's get into money. Let's get into money. Oh, good. Good morning, Linda. Where's the the picture? The picture. I gotta see these snow caps. I gotta see these snow caps. All right. Anyway, so what we want to talk about today is the book. The book. I gotten back to the book. 80 Proven Ways to Become a Millionaire. You know, it's a very plain looking book, very plain looking type, and there's very little about it on YouTube, which is shocking because everything's on YouTube. But anyway, I've gotten back to the book now, and it's just interesting things. Interesting things. So I finally got to chapter 3, and I wanted to talk about. Oh wait a minute, maybe I was in chapter 1, chapter 2. Oh yeah, I was still in chapter 2. Yeah. So chapter 2 is talking about how compound interest is the greatest mathematical discovery of all time. I'm gonna read that quote again before I tell you who it's by. Compound interest is the greatest mathematical discovery of all time. Dr. Albert Einstein. Dr. Albert Einstein. So what this talks about right after that is how your money can just jump. Your money can just jump, but you got to have your money invested. Back to my 6,000 thing, you got to have your money set aside to invest. You got to have some money set aside to invest. You got to have something. You can't just know about it and not do anything about it. You got to know about it and do something about it. So they've got this chart here where they've got $10. Wait a minute, no, they've got it divided by time, right? 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, or 50 years, right? So the difference is the amount of time that you're investing. But other than that, it's the same, like $100 a month or $50 a month, whatever. You're still donating $12,000 for the year, right? So $12,000 for the year, right? But this is the difference based on time. In 10 years, you're contributing $12,000, right? In an account that is growing, is compounding interest, right? You'll end up with 26,000, right? You started with 10,000, well, $100 a month. That doesn't matter. I'm trying to keep it simple. So it starts with $12,000 per month, right? But if it's compounded annually, compounded interest, it will grow. It will grow over 10 years to 26,000, right? That's good, right? What about after 20 years? That same $12,000 invested by you would be $66,000. $66,000. All right, two more. 40 years. That same $12,000 invested by you would be worth what? After 40 years, 576,000. What? 576,000. And 50 years. 50 years, same thing. You contributing $12,000 in account that has compounding interest, $1.8 million. $1.8 million. Now, I want to pop out for a second of this book and talk about the lessons, because I mentioned this show recently called Going from Broke. Going from Broke. I think I got the name right. Let me know in the chat if I got the name right. But Going from Broke. Anyway, they have this couple. I've watched all of them. I watched all the episodes available now. I've watched every single last one of them. And so my body of language is kind of vast regarding going for broke. Well, there was this one couple, and they asked her, they being the going for broke people, asked her, do you know how old you are, how old you will be if you keep on putting that money basically under a pillow? Like, I'm being funny because the show was being funny, but what they meant was put that money away into some place that's compounding interest, right? Based on her age now, right? And so they asked her to guess how much money she would have. She was like, I don't know, $400,000. I mean, I don't know what at the age of 62. At the age of 62, how much money she'd have. The answer they gave her back was 2.6 million, and she was like, "What? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Like she couldn't believe it. And her husband was like, "What?" He didn't say anything. But he was like, "What? What?" Because they didn't have anything nice to say about him because he was not contributing as much to the financial pie. But she herself, 2.6 million. The answer is we don't talk to each other this way. We don't talk to each other this way. We don't talk to our children this way. We don't. We don't say, hey, listen, this is what you need to do. You need to put this, we're going to take this for you, and we're going to put it in here, we'll set it up for compounding interest, and then just set it and forget it. And I know because I've talked to her that Rev Mel is talking to her kids about it now. And she credits me. I feel like, oh wow, I feel great. I feel great. But she credits me because I've started talking about investing through this show, right? And because I've started talking about investing, she has started learning how to invest, and she has started learning, passing that learning down to her children, right? And it's funny because you're getting to hear coming back from them the same kind of stuff you said, like, oh wait, all of it? You gotta put all of it in there? Oh man, there's this new pair of shoes I want. Oh, there's this new game I want. Like you hear these things, and we're still in that space where our parents pay for everything, right? We're still at home. Our parents pay for everything, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet what the world has to bring. So you've got to set it up and let them know that you're setting it up. Set it up in a way that it's impenetrable. Like it is there. It is going on its way in a way that's impenetrable. So they can't, even though it's in their name, that they can't take it out. Because by the time they get to a certain age, I mean, can you imagine how much money you would have? Like let's just do the numbers again. So let's just say 40 years. In 40 years, you have $576,000. If you set aside $12,000 and didn't do anything else but leave it invested just one time, that's incredible. That's incredible. So anyway, I empathize with the people on going from broke. And what's really captivating me about the show is that we're talking to normal people. We're talking to normal people because these are regular people. And the difference they have, that there was something in their brain that made them think, "Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Let me get access to something. Let me get access to the show. Let me get access to someone who can help me." But if they hadn't had that, they'd be regular people you run into, you see them behind at Starbucks, right? That you run into at the grocery store. Regular people doing regular things, right? And if you are in a situation where you are doing better than they are, then take that as an honor, as an honor, as an honor, because that means you got it together. You got it together better than most people have it together, right? And mainly, I've mentioned this before. The show is primarily about debt. It's not talking about what to do with your money. It's not talking about how to invest it, except in that rare case where they mentioned her having a compound interest bearing account. But mainly, it's just talking about getting out of debt. But man, most of us are in debt. Most of us are in debt. I got my hand up. I got my hand up. I took the bait. I took the bait at Morehouse College when they had the table set up. I was walking by. And they were like, "What did they offer me? Pizza, I think." think they offered me pizza. Just sign up for this credit card right quick. Get you some pizza. Yeah, all right. I signed up. I don't even know what the name of that account is now, but I am sure that there's some vestige of it somewhere out here in my my what was I gonna say? I was trying to come with something cute, but my financial background. Like I don't know what happened to that. Hopefully, I paid it off. But the point is, even if that got paid off, I got involved in something else, and then something else, and then something else, right? And this is why this show activates me so much because there are so many people on the show who are just normal. That's the best way I can say it. They're just normal people. These normal people, and they're just doing what normal people do. I have been obsessed with the show enough that almost, not quite, almost have started asking people, how many credit cards do you have? Just curious. Just to get a general sense of how bad are people doing around me. Do people have a sense that they are doing bad? Because looking at the numbers in this book, man, we're seeing that 80 to 90% of people don't know what they're doing with money. So that means that most people are circling the drain, just hanging on, just hanging on. So I again recommend the book, Going for Broke. I again recommend this book, 80 Ways to Be a Millionaire. I'm going to keep reading the book and keep talking about the different pieces. But I just wanted to share how the compound interest talked about here is has income, has no, the compound interest story that's being talked about here is being shown in a TV show now, right? All this stuff is universal. It's universal, time immemorial. It's the same information. It's the same information. All right. All right. So I just want to give you one last thing before I move, because it got me good. Hold on. Okay. All right. So number two rules. Now, mind you, there's like 8 rules, but I'm gonna give you the first two. Because it's so imperative. The first rule is spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. Now that sounds simple. But if you look at the chart on Going for Broke, they show how much money the couple brings in, the person brings in, how much, and they show how much they have going out. And going out is always more than they have coming in. They got more than they got coming in. And so that extra bit is taking them to darker places. So I just want to say that. I know I said two. I said two, but I'm just gonna leave it with one. Just leave it with one. Spend less than you earn. Once again, a concept from this book, which was written. I don't even know when it was written. But has impact to the show that we're watching now. Going from broke. Going from broke. All right. I'm telling y'all, I hope that you are hearing me, because I'm a regular person and I got debt, and I'm trying to figure out my debt now, this season of the show. I'm trying to figure out my debt. This is why I shifted my money over to debt instead of continuing to do just money into investment. I've proven that I can work. I was like, wow, this can work. Now I'm attempting to prove that this can work in terms of funding, in terms of debt. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it. As I said, I thought it was going to be a short episode today because, you know, it's hitting it close, and that's that. All right. Okay. What? Lynn's got something to say. Let's see. When I was a kid, so time out, time out. So this is a challenge for me because when you guys send me these long messages, I have to focus, and you hear me like reading out loud, and my what's it called? Apisha, aphasia, whatever it is that's got my head kind of off, you can see. So this is just letting me share with you. Letting me share with you. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right, Linda. When I was a kid, my parents mandated I put one half of all I earned or money received as gifts into a savings account. I whined and complained, but I learned the important lessons you are talking about. Yes, when it was time for college, I had money to pay for it. Yes, 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 and yes to me for being able to read that on TV. Yes, that's great, Linda. That's great. I am very glad to hear because we're all going to complain. We're all going to complain. Mel's kids are complaining. They're complaining, and I'm just sitting there listening, like, oh man, oh, they don't know how good they got it. I don't know how good they got it. The mom is putting away stuff that she's learning from me. Learning from me, man, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. These kids are gonna get out of college, and they're gonna be like, "What do you mean you don't have money to pay for whatever?" I mean, the list is endless. The list is endless. But I would love to be in that place. To be in a place, well, let me not go down that road. Let me not go down that road because just thinking about being in luxury, being having your money take care of you, having your money take care of you, having your money take care of you. You need somebody to do that for you when you're a child. You need to have somebody do it for you, and you need to talk about it. You need to talk about it so that people know what it is you're doing and why. All right, all right. All right, well, Linda, you and I are connected on this one today. You and I are connected on this one today. All right, so hero news, hero news, hero news, hero news. Well, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I was gonna talk about the um, the doorman situation, but I just wanted to say that it's it can go either way. When what saved me, I think, was the environment, was the apartment building, was the look, the feel, everything was everything. Because having police officers called, it can go either way. It can go either way. And so that's why there was that tension before that I talked about yesterday. And so I intend to keep talking about it because it's not just something that just happens and vanishes, right? So we need to have some conversation about what happened, right? So I just want to leave that there, let you know that I'll still be talking about it, right? So that's that. And other things on the 30-day diet, I want to shout out Feed King. Feed King is doing it. So I heard it this morning because she's in town and she was doing it, and I heard it, and honestly, I was still sleeping. I was still sleeping, but I wake up a little bit and I hear something, and I fall back asleep, and I heard people being engaged, and yeah, I mean, I can hear the results. I can hear the results. So please check it out. Our website is fee-king.com. Fee, Fee hyphen king. Easy to remember name. Easy to remember name. Just check it out and check out her latest offerings because she does a great job. Does a great job. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Yeah, I feel like I got so much more to say. I mean, so much more time, but I think I did. I think I did what I said. What that I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Please check out the show. I don't have any affiliation with the show, but please check out the show because it will surprise you. Going from broke, I believe it is. So check it out. All right. So I will see you mañana right here, live and in person. All right. I'll see you later.